All right, we'll get to our main segment here.
Welcome to the main segment.
Welcome to the main segment. We're going to kind of go into what the difference is between dry, damp, and wet January.
However you are spending your January.
Yeah.
We're here for you.
We're here for you, you know? It's really cool to see all the different stuffs coming out and breweries that are supporting this, and at the same time it's keeping their lights on too, right? They have more things to offer and really embrace this. I don't even want to call it a trend. I just think it's a new demand for people that want healthier alternatives.
The new frontier.
The new frontier.
And not even new, right? Like, and we'll get into that in our fun facts, but I think it's just that adaptation. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Evolving adaptation.
People
and you
want
still
it
get to go and hang out at the pub or wherever, the brew.
Yeah, the social aspect, which is so nice.
It's great.
And half the time I feel like you just want a drink in your hand while you're out socializing. It doesn't, at least for me, it doesn't have to be alcohol. It's just, I want something that has flavor, and I want something in my hand.
Yep, something different.
Otherwise I talk too much with my hands, and then I fling over everyone else's drink.
Also, sometimes that just happens anyway.
It does happen.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, so it's not about breweries not just jumping on the bandwagon, right? They are brewing it. Yep. We're talking about that, where they're really getting involved, and it's super awesome. They've started producing their own, and it's not just the simple light ones, right? We're talking about the NA, the IPAs, the stouts, of course, ales, right?
Yep. The variety is key, and it's not just about the
having
beers.
Those flavors.
You have different flavors available for people, and I think that will lead into more opportunities for like flights, like you talked about. When there are more opportunities for variety available, but yeah, it's gonna be creating a non-alcoholic buzz around the brewing scene, and I don't think it's going to stop in January. I don't think it's a trend. I do think this is very much so a growing segment. It's not trending. I think more breweries are going to have to jump on top of it or bring in options, and that leaves room for growth.
Right. And it's not just the beers, right? There's plenty of mocktail menus out there that are another big hit. Those are our sophisticated pinkies up non-alcoholic cocktails. They are expanding options again, and not a new thing, but a really cool thing. And you can find that in a lot of places out there. Probably at your local favorite restaurants. I tell you what, like if you got a full bar back there, you can come up with the mocktail. Even if you got a half bar. Right, you got a gun and a lime. Look at that. I got a soda and a lime. I got my mocktail.
Yeah, basically.
or whatever, right? Like, splash a crayon. Call
Give
it
a
good.
little shake, a little stir.
Yeah, presentation is key. Yeah. I love that. That's a great point.
Yeah, I think it does have to have a good presentation. It kind of needs to go through the motions. Again, it just makes it feel and seem a little bit more real, more craft. It's not just a soda water with some lime. You got to spruce it up a little bit and...
I mean, we leave the house for a different experience.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it, yeah.
Right? We're not just going out for the same thing that we can pull out of the fridge or pour our own water from the tap or from our filter. Yeah. It's about the experience, right?
Experience. So you got to give the experience.
Entertain me. Dance, monkey, dance.
Exactly. So you make it entertaining just like you would anything else. Get your crew excited about the NAs or get them excited about making mocktails or beer cocktails. Because, again, that's going to be fitting more into, like, the damp January. Like, it's lower alcohol. You don't have to stop drinking necessarily. But there has to be the excitement around it and the craft and the enjoyment. And exactly what you're saying. The entertainment, the presentation. I left my house for this. If I'm just going to go out and drink water, why would I leave my house to go drink water? Right? Like,
yeah. I put on pants today to come outside.
I have a skirt on.
You know, like, we could all just... relive COVID over and over and over again, but I don't think anybody really wants to do that. And some people didn't even do it in the first place. You know why? Because we naturally want to get out.
It's true.
And so you want something different, right? Anyway, so this is different. So it's a really cool evolving adaptation of the industry. I think it's super positive. Yeah. I can't wait to see it really like grab on and take hold.
Yeah, I think exactly what you're saying. I think the entertainment is going to be key for the success and getting people excited about it and keeping it going.
For sure.
I remember I watched a thing that they'd had like a water bar, and it was basically you got to try the different
Infused?
Some of them were infused, but it was kind of different styles, like not just like bubble or flat, but like, oh, this one has like an acid level of this, and this one has this type of chemicals and this type of minerals in it. And so it was like a flight of water. And I was like, I would totally do that, just because I don't know I know like when you travel, you have water that's not as good at other places. But in general, to try it side by side and like start understanding the palate of it, like, I don't care if it's water, if it's beer, if it's wine, like that's what I like and that's what I enjoy out of it. And so it's discovering something new and having the side by side comparison.
Good point.
So it can be anything.
It's fun.
So it doesn't
truly anything.
Like getting the weight off of alcohol and having an entire generation coming up that's not huge drinkers. Like, you gotta figure out how to spruce it up and make it fun. This again, it's not a trend. It's going. It's happening.
It's on fire.
What's a Torto? It's
the Tonto?
It's Tatanto.
I don't think it's Tatanto.
What did you say?
Tonto?
Oh, no stutter?
I mean, I might have stuttered.
No, but I stuttered Tatanto. There it is. You were saying it's just Tonto. Yeah. I stuttered with it.
Tatanto.
More fun. Anyways, yeah. Full bore ahead.
I love it.
Yeah.
So what can breweries, if they aren't already, on this bandwagon? We know that they're not, right? Like, they're very well aware of it. Like, what are some things they can do to support it?
Yeah, I think everything we just got done talking about. I think making an art out of it, getting your crew and everyone excited, making the presentation beautiful, having variety.
What about like educational events?
Yeah, I mean, educational events make sense. Teaching people why reducing alcohol can be good. I think it's kind of like a hard balance, though. It's hard to be like a brewery and be like, this is why you shouldn't drink alcohol. So it's kind of coming up with I think like lesser, like, hey, we would love to help kind of counterbalance. And we were in Munich, that you can get NA beers in Munich at Oktoberfest. Mm-hmm. And so they're widely available. And we have a friend that he goes all the time and he does one beer and one NA and one beer and one NA because he wants to be there for the social aspect. And so, again, it doesn't necessarily have to be about the alcohol. So you can start educating people around, be here, see the craft. This is why this is still fun. This is why this is still entertaining.
I would like to see some reverse osmosis.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That'd be sweet.
Yeah.
If you were providing tours on that.
Yeah. Like what other things would you like to see?
Yeah, I like the collaborations with health and wellness brands that can really amplify their reach. It goes kind of hand in hand. You know, we talked about yoga and boot camps that you can do, and they're taking place. They're out there. They're happening. This is nothing new. You can look it up. It's happening. Yep. It's just maybe do it more often as well, right? That's the point. That's the collaboration, and it's a great weekend experience, right? It's like, load up the kid or load up the dogs, go sit over there, I'm going to go stretch, and then we're going to drink a beer, have some delicious food, go home. We got out of the house, right? We did something different. Yep. I love that, right? So you're getting that social aspect, you're getting that entertainment piece, and maybe you're not wasted at noon that day, or maybe you brought in less calories, or whatever it is, or.
Yeah. I like that. I think the consistency is very much key. We talked about that in a different episode where it's like, we need that consistency of, as an establishment, offering out different wellness type of things. If you're doing it once a month, it's just probably not going to do well.
Yeah.
People need that habit, right?
Yeah. And it's a community engagement, right? You're consistently engaging, and this is what we're doing, right? It happens every month. We want to get you out here. We want to get you moving. We want to see your face, right? Yeah. Get out,
build it up.
That's right.
You can also throw out low-calorie, gluten-free options are also a good way to kind of keep things a little bit healthier, a little bit leaner. If you're out on the damp side, doing a lighter beer versus like that big pastry stout will also achieve less alcohol and less calories for you and less sugar. So again, you don't have to stop drinking. Just make some potential different choices. You could look for a session stout. Those exist. That'll lower your alcohol intake as well. So there's lots of options.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And there are things that sustain throughout the year, right? Again, consistency. They have longevity. It's not just, they're not seasonal. Yeah. You could treat it seasonally, but I think there's enough legs for them that go throughout the entire year. Yeah. The longevity is definitely there.
I agree.
So yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I think wherever you want to take it. I think it's just a support. Would love to see the brewing aspect of it. I love the events that you can host with it. I love the continuity.
Yeah.
Supporting maybe just a healthier environment, right? Depending on what your definition is.
That could be mental.
Yeah.
Right? Like getting the mental, like almost kind of like stigma away from NAs of like, ooh, why aren't you drinking? Right? Or if you have a friend that is deciding not to drink, yeah, like don't be like, oh man, why aren't you drinking? Or oh, you must be pregnant. Like, I think it's getting in what needs to happen is and what part of why it's a bit more. I don't want to call it trending, but trending right now is I think some of that stigma is leaving, and I think you're going to see more bars that are just like purely NA opening up. I think you're going to see more breweries with NA options, and all of those things are going to allow people that don't necessarily want to have a bunch of alcohol still go out, still be social. I mean, just like. I hate when you hear people being like, oh, well, if you don't want to drink, then don't go out to the bar. It's like, yeah, but there's a whole other aspect about going out that isn't just about...
Pool,
exactly.
Darts, go
watch
bowling.
sports.
Yeah,
like,
watch sports, exactly.
Hang out and talk, get out of the house. Like, it doesn't have to be about alcohol. And I think those type of narratives are what are changing and becoming more open and becoming more welcoming. And as that keeps happening, we're just going to see more options. And I think it's going to be really, really impactful and really cool to see these new things popping up and which ones, and it gives a whole nother spectrum of things to go taste.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
Yeah, same here. And just to learn about it too.
Yeah. So that's kind of, I think it's A-okay to be health conscientious.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And gotta poo-poo on people.
I agree.
Stop the poo-pooing just because someone wants to be healthier. Poo-poo.
All right. That's it for our main feature. It's time for some beer facts.
Closing that time.